biggest mistake was not finishing these guys when I could. Get those bodies flying. Yeah, you see, that was supposed to sink into the ground, and it didn't. See, like I was saying before, you know, there's obviously this humor in the way that this game's presented, but then there's definitely this kind of, like, strong sense of clarity that's expressed, too. It's very good, the way that the game balances all of this. Oops. This time.
It's the same graveyard, but more cohesive.
Oh, that wasn't the way to do that. Oh, there's just a bunch of pills in there. I just wanted to give him some special service there. Just shoot him in the head, special style.
There's a small town in Romania where the mausoleum's only open from the outside. Guess they knew something that we don't.
But you see what I mean about, like, the Strikebreaker being in general a better choice than the double pistols? Like, it's easier to aim, it's easier to shoot. The main things that are kind of a problem is, of course, like, the amount of ammo that you get early on in the game. But, like, there's a point where you literally are just kind of being fed it, like, non-stop. I think the only problem is like, in comparison to the double shots, like, you're not able to shoot as much. And, I mean, you know, that may be an issue for some people, but for me, the damage threshold and the ability to kind of just open, you know, start it up immediately is, you know, that's way better.
I'm gonna enjoy taking that apart.
Oh, hey. So, head? Button scheme in this game for controller is really good too. I don't think I've talked about kind of control scheme and stuff like that. I mean, the only thing that's a little tricky sometimes is, like, I remember I was kind of like playing this on my handheld. I was playing this handheld style and then playing controller style, and, like, you know, the buttons would occasionally get a little mixed up in my brain at times.
Leaning cross or crucifix usually means an active blasphemy or imitation. Either one means I'm in dangerous territory.
But, you know, as far as swapping weapons, like, making that just your, shoulders, is very, very good. Because it allows you, like, if you are mid-bullet time, to just, like, swap and swap and swap. The same way that you might want to do when you're on, you know, keyboard and mouse. I'm curious about how this would play keyboard and mouse. Like, I'm wondering who has done that. That I would do. I might have to ask about that. It's not something that I'd go out of my way to do personally, but, you know, again, it's definitely it would be interesting to kind of hear about how all that would work, you know. Wasting my nonsense here. ever confused about where to go, the colors will usually show you the way. Oh lord. They're gonna make me pay for that. Probably should have killed more of them before I left there. Oh no! I'm about to die the exact same way. No, I'm not. Reset complete. Let's go to work. And that's how it's done, folks. That's how the sausage gets made.
Calm down.
Oh. You feeling all right there, Chief? So, what am I missing? There's something I'm missing. They got locked. I don't think that's supposed to be doing that. Something's not right here. Or maybe I'm just not looking the right place? No, something's wrong here. Yeah, let me restart from checkpoint. Lord. Oh, that was probably the worst thing I could have ever done, honestly. Okay, so like, yeah, did I get stuck on someplace? Oh, I didn't even shoot him. I shot the guy in front of me. That's where I came from, over there. Oh, oops. May have to restart the level. I think something happened while I was in there that ended up messing up my progression slightly.
It's the same graveyard, but more conducive.
Maybe it was me dying the way that I did, or the way that the checkpoint ended up. That would make sense to me, honestly.
There's a small town in Romania where the mausoleums are on the outside. So there's something that we don't.
Like, I killed the hostage, and then I died, like, right after that. I feel like that's what
Wall composed of
ended
pure
up
void.
messing me up.
You want to go take it apart.
so close to being the coolest guy ever. I wonder what like the speed run tech for this game is like. Like I'm just realizing now, like, oh, the way I'm moving, like, that could really be something.
Bleeding cross or crucifix usually means an active blasphemy or imitation. Either one means I'm in dangerous territory.
James Savage with the hyperfixations, he's just like me. It's more, oh, here's what I went to college for and studied for, but it is definitely the hyperfixation aspect. Thinking about how these things work, trying to take them apart. That's absolutely a component here. I'm saying it at least. Because I can say it. Gotcha.
Got ammo.
Biggest mistake was not finishing these guys when I could. Get those bodies flying. Oops. Yeah, you see, that was supposed to sink into the ground, and it didn't. I was like, I don't remember that, like, sitting there and looking as weird as it did before. Oh, well. At least I didn't try and sit around and, try to figure it out for longer than I needed to, you know? That's one of those things, like, sometimes when I get stuck in, places like that, or stuck in situations like that, I'm like, oh, you know...
The revolution friendly bottle. Couldn't have mixed it better.
Like, oh, you know, this'll be exactly the way that this stuff needs to be sorted out. And it's like, no, actually, sometimes you do just need a quick little reset. And now we got the future sex love sounds on. I've said it a million times, I'll say it as many times as I need to. This soundtrack is so good.
This looks like a recipe for a bad night. Or a good one. This kid has a blood.
Oh, hello.
From the official service. I just have an important question for you. Is your refrigerator currently running?
I did.
You should probably catch it.
Because it is the only one, you're right. Part 1 of that clock one, I forget what that is, the one with suit and tie on it is alright. Hey, I'm trying to listen to a prank call, do you mind?
My parents aren't gonna divorce anymore. Fuck yeah. Jason?
No, that's the thing. Like, for good,
The price was too high.
the price was too high.
The price was too high.
I mean, you think about it as well. Timbaland also produced a Hikaru Utada album, and that album is, like, incredible. Like, even though the lyrics are kind of nonsense in some places. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, that guy was just amazing at what he did. And he was able to elevate so many people. You know, obviously not solely because of his own talent in a lot of situations, but, like, he definitely was able to kind of go and be like, yeah, no, like, you know, for people who are super talented, you're getting super duper super elevated. And for people who are, you know, maybe not used to this particular radio friendly style that is being pushed at this time, you're able to kind of do that too. Yeah, what is it? Exodus, the first English album of Utada Hikaru, was produced by Timbaland in parts. I'm trying to remember which song it was, actually, in particular that's in my brain for that. But you can go through the producer credits and find it if you want. I don't like numbers. I hate math. I'm gonna go in here instead. Like, that's the funniest thing about, like, mid-2000s, like, music, is that there's just so many kind of situations where it's like, you know, people who were trying to put stuff together, like, they had people that they trusted. And they were just like, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna work with this hit maker, basically. And they're gonna get you everything you need. Like, you don't have to worry about a thing. Oh, I don't know why that killed me. Probably shouldn't have reloaded while I was doing stuff there. But it's just one of those things, it goes to show just how much, you know, like, production used to be kind of, like, respected at that time. Like, I feel like there are only a few producers out now who could really go out and, like, you know, make bread off of their name these days. And the ones that are in fact doing that. So it kind of helps a little bit. Oh, look at this. It's upside down. This isn't the room that I ordered. I need to see reception.
These trading pieces of the cemetery.
But yeah, Exodus and This Is the One, which ironically was her last English album that she ever released, called This Is the One, were really good albums, honestly. Like, they were definitely kind of meant to be a certain type of thing. You know, you can definitely tell that there's a lot more mid-2000s sexy kind of, like, stuff that plays a factor in there. Some kind of dodgy bars here and there. If anyone knows one of the English album songs, it's like Easy Breezy, where Utada goes like, "You're so easy breezy and I'm Japanesey." I'm like, I don't know about that one, but otherwise, I mean, the albums are really fun. They're really kind of nice. It's cool to kind of hear her in that style. And just overall, like, very cool kind of stuff just from them overall, you know? Good little time capsule, you know, if the, whoops, burnt myself. If Utada's, like, albums of the time in Japanese were kind of intended to be, like, you know, standpoints of kind of, like, you know, musical tastes of that time, you know, you could say the exact same type of thing of the English albums too. They very much are kind of meant to be like, this is like a fun, divergence from what you might expect. You should! I mean, honestly, like, I feel like that's like a, that's kind of a rite of passage, you know? Especially if you're willing to put in that amount of time, right? Like, you may as well. By the way, I'm sorry for not going through that one door while I was... Oh, actually, I still have to go through it. Like I said, the space is, You're gonna go through all the places that you need to go through. There are some kind of hidden areas, but, like, there's not really hidden doors or locations that you're like, oh, like, you're supposed to kind of go here. You go here, and then you're like,
The idea
well...
that this place has a sense of humor does not fill me with comfort.
Oh, that was a real good steak. I got 3 of them at once. I remember this. But anyway, as to what kind of brought us to this line of conversation with Utada, does this music not sound very, like, I don't know, sexy? Yeah, let me fill myself up. More pills. All pills. Yeah, I thought you had to be there. Yeah!
There's always a chance we hit the bottom and the monster doesn't want to fight. Fuck if I know what I'll do if that happens, but the possibility is there.
These other mothers don't
That's why I
know
tell
how
myself
to
in the bad
act.
times.
Yeah!
Dracula isn't unreasonable. She knows what she's doing is wrong, so that makes it better.
Does it?
She doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to stop. I don't know what comes next.
Those are always good little vignettes to follow up on, honestly. They're not in between every episode. I mean, it's kind of episodes, you know? But, yeah, they're not in between every kind of little section where you can do that. But there's definitely enough of them where it's like, okay, like... That was a weird camera shift. Oops. But there's enough of them that you can kind of get a good sense of the space. So these characters are why I started heavily focusing on using the Strikebreaker as much as I could. Because to be honest, like, that makes fighting these people way easier. You can just shoot them a few times in the head, they stiffen up a bit, and then they're done. It's way easier than trying to shoot them from a distance with some of the other stuff, and it really kind of elevates how you're supposed to perceive,
give me so much cover. I gotta
like,
dodge.
your other weapons. Oops. I didn't realize there was another one there. Hello. And another too. A good rule of thumb as well is that if you've killed them, their bubbles will burst as well, so... Sorry that it bursts your bubble.
I want to go home.